Let's just start with that then, Roxy. We'll start with the Bruce Springsteen movie. I saw it last night as well. My thoughts were the following.
Who was at my screening? Do you know that?
Who?
John Roca.
Oh, nice. Oh, he said he was driving there for it, so that makes sense.
Did he leave to say goodbye? Did he say bye before he left? No.
No.
He left.
Did you see him?
I texted him.
Oh.
I saw him beforehand, though.
Probably
wanted to see him in person. I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah, he probably wanted to hit the road, get back on it. It's a hell of a road.
For sure.
It's a long drive. So I enjoyed Jeremy Allen's performance a lot. I think that what I said I think this really is for Springsteen fans in general, because my uncle went with me, who were both fans of Bruce, and it fills in a period of time and answers questions that a lot of Springsteen fans were curious about, because this doesn't what you should not expect from this film, and it has been highly documented that it is not this. It is not the typical biopic of how did he get discovered? How did he get famous? What did he do? Where did he go? How long does it span his entire life? Do you see him in prosthetics as he gets older? No, you do not. It is literally about the Nebraska album, how he came to be, the struggles he was going through when he did this. I liked that journey of it. I think there are definitely going to be people who, it was funny because it kind of paralleled what was going on as an artist. He was blowing up at this point, and they were just waiting for it. He was literally filming recording the Born in the USA album at the same time as this one. And the difference is like the studio album versus this acoustic album, and everybody involved was like, what's he doing? And it's like, that's not what I know. I don't know those songs. I don't know that type of Springsteen. And I think that there's going to be some kind of casual fan that feels that way with this movie, because you're going to be, I don't know all those songs. You hear a few songs that you may recognize, but if you get past that, I think it's a good story of Bruce, his relationship that he had with this woman, and how has to battle through it, and and his battle with depression. And I enjoyed it. I wanted to love it, but I enjoyed it because I liked seeing Jeremy Allen White play Bruce. But Roxy, did you love this movie?
What do you think the answer to that is?
I think you loved it.
Yeah, man. So I think it's like,
boy, am I glad that I discovered Bubs Natural. Holy moly! Look, getting older stinks, and you go, I'm all right. I'm taking care of myself. I'm good. One little turn, ouch! It doesn't matter if it's you're just waking up in the morning, and I've been going to the gym a lot, and yes, it helps your joints, but it also takes it out of your joints. And whether or not it's that, your joints, hell, your hair, if you're losing hair, your nails are breaking, your skin is losing that glow, aging stinks, but it doesn't have to. So Bubs Naturals collagen peptides, it really helps you turn back the clock. So if you didn't know, and you weren't aware, when you're starting right around your mid-20s, your collagen product starts to naturally decline in your body. And that's where Bubs Natural Collagen Peptides, that's where it comes in. So Bubs helps restore collagen levels closer to what your body naturally had in its youth. So your joints feel stronger, your hair and your nails grow healthier, and your skin looks smoother. Collagen is the most abundant protein, and it's often referred to as the glue that holds our bodies together. I love the science behind this stuff. And for me, even since I got it, I'll be honest, like I'm at the gym. I'm like, hey, it's not as achy. My shoulders were killing me beforehand. Not as bad now. My hair looks better. My skin, people tell me how much my skin looks better. I feel like I'm bouncing back faster from workouts. Here's the great thing about Bubs that's different than other collagen products. There's no junk, meaning zero sugars, sweeteners, or fillers. Third-party tested, NSF certified, for sport and Whole30 proved. So you know it's clean and it's trustworthy. It's sustainably sourced from grass-fed, pasture-raised cattle. It mixes seamlessly. It dissolves in coffee, water, or smoothies without taste or clumps. I put it in my water right before I'm going to the gym. Over 100,000 happy customers. It's voted 2024's best collagen by Health.com. Live better longer for a limited time only. Our listeners are going to get 20% off at Bubs Natural. You got to use that code Kristian at checkout. Just head to BUBSnaturals.com. Use the code Kristian. You're all set. After you sign up, they're going to say, hey, where'd you hear about us? You tell them that Kristian Harloff sent you over there. You support the show. You tell us how good you're feeling afterwards. You don't have to say thank you, but I'll take it.
There's 5 decisions I would have made. Wow, you didn't give yourself the full screen, but you were giving me the full screen. It was really intense. There's 5 decisions I would have made that weren't made. So it's not like this was the movie that I would have put on the screen. But that's what art is. That's why I was excited about this, because while I think it, so for those of you guys who don't know and aren't diehard Bruce fans, what Kristian just kind of painted the picture of is that this movie is based on a book. So most people knew going into this that are big Bruce fans that this was about the making of his album Nebraska, which is, as you guys know, if you're not big fans, not his most popular album. That's not it's not his album with Born in the USA. It's not his album with Born to Run. It's not his album with Thunder Road. It's not his album with his greatest hits. It's his album that I would say is probably the least talked about amongst casual fans, that he put out, that probably Atlantic City would be the biggest hit on the album.
Yeah.
So it's not a huge album of his. So when you're pitching a biopic and you're like, okay, so we're going to make a movie about one of the biggest rock stars of all time, and there hasn't ever been a biopic about his entire life. But instead of doing that, we're going to do about this very specific time period in his life before he became a megastar.
Right.
When he wrote this album that did decently, but is not his most universally loved. It's kind of a strange pitch for a film. If I was in the room when somebody pitched me that that's the Bruce Springsteen movie they were making, I would have been like, there's about 7 other Bruce Springsteen movies that I would have thought that you would pitch me before that. So I was glad to know all that going in, because I very clearly knew which songs were going to be played and which. And then we did get some songs that were a bit of a surprise to me because of, like you said, Kristian, because we are unintentionally writing 2 albums at one time. We kind of get to be behind the decision making of that process of what goes where. And so I thought that, like you mentioned, was so cool as a Bruce fan to be like, oh, that's what happened here. Bruce has been doing press for this too. So obviously he's kind of like
supporting it.
Yeah, supporting it. So I thought that was really cool. But the biggest thing that stood out to me and why I loved the movie is because I'm an artist. And as an artist, I feel like this should be required viewing for agents, managers, publicists, anybody who is in the industry who is of support of an artist, because of the relationship of John Landau and Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, Jeremy Strong was great.
Jeremy Strong was incredible, but he's incredible, and I think he's honestly going to be nominated for an Oscar for this.
He could be.
As is Jeremy Allen White, as he should be, because I'll get to that in a second. But the relationship there, which I don't want to give any spoilers, but we don't see in biopics almost ever.
Right.
In biopics, usually what you see is one man's vision and everybody else trying to stop him.
Right. Or someone taking advantage of him on that side, right?
Using whatever.
Yeah, like the Elvis story.
Right. Exactly. We see it in the most recent Complete Unknown as well. We see it in Bohemian Rhapsody as well. We see it in so many different movies. So it was really, I thought, incredible to show what it's like when you care about people more than product.
Yeah.
And
they were a team.
What could have happened if you didn't?
True.
So this was a movie about mental health. It reminded me a lot of movies this year are about mental health. It's no surprise to me that coming out of a pandemic and a strike and all of the things that we're dealing with and multiple wars going around the world, that we are very focused on mental health right now as a society. So it just worked for me. I thought Jeremy Allen White's performance was perfect.
Yeah, he was good. I don't know if he's going to get nominated. I don't know if he's going to get nominated though.
There's zero way he doesn't get nominated.
I don't know.
I would say zero. I don't even just think he should be nominated. I think he should probably win. How are you going to say?
There's no world he wins.
Christian, you know he did all those tracks?
He did a lot of them, and I know that they
at the end when they listed them, I was like, "Oh, you're kidding."
No, he was great. He was great. I think he was. I mean, he was really. I love him. He's really solid.
Wait, why would you? What on earth would leave you to believe that he's not going to be nominated for an Oscar for this?
Because I don't know if the movie's getting that kind of buzz. Do I think that he should be? It's certainly possible.
Oh my God.
You think a definite 100%?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't think that anybody could have nailed Bruce like this. I mean,
that's not. I don't know if I'm gonna have that debate, because I think that he was pretty damn good. He's pretty solid. His voice,
like his silhouette looked like the shape of his mouth when he was talking, the vein out of his neck, like
I know, but I think
of his voice, how he would lose his voice after performing. I just thought that it was. I think it's the best performance of his we've seen yet, and I'm a diehard Shameless fan going all the way back before the Bear. So like,
we'll see. I I'm just gonna tell you that I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get nominated.
I would be shocked.
I
I'll
will tell you
riot
that I hope
in
you're
the
right.
street.
I hope you're right, but I feel like he might get overlooked. Mike, you look like you'd rather be talking about anything else.
Yeah, I know. You look so bored with this. So, Mike, do you not love Bruce Springsteen at all? Like, do you have no Bruce ties? Wow.
Don't say anything. Oh, wait, sorry, Mike. What did you say?
Yeah,
definitely. Shut up. I don't know. I like Bruce Springsteen. I like his music, but
yeah,
I haven't seen the movie, so I really can't weigh in on it. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you guys are people that would be more inclined to know about it, if it being good or not, since you're such big fans of his. So
yeah.
I'll see it.
Yeah, I just think that one of the things is that, and maybe streaming has just tainted my head. I'm going, oh man, this just seems like a really great chapter in a streaming series. Like I was like, I would love to see this bit, not quality wise, Rox. I think quality was
right.
I mean more so of like, because it's just this contained story, and I was like, oh, you could start with this, and then this could be about 3 or 4 episodes, and you're like, oh, and then you want to see the next one, because, and I think that's to your point, Roxy, how engaging he was, and how it's just, I wanted to see more of the stuff, and there was.
I completely agree with you there. There's one moment where we time jump that I was like, oh, we've been building towards this, and we're gonna skip
a lot, and there's
okay, not a choice I would have made. You remember
and they repeat
Ryan
a couple
Nelson?
bits. Yes, I do. But one of the things, real quick, Roxy, is that because I think that even when you look at some of the stuff, like there's the song that blew up, they blew up the Chicken Man, earlier, and that was built on an event that actually happened that really disturbed Bruce and the news that he went into. And yes, I know how important his relationship with his father was, and I know that he talked about it in the river and other things too. It wasn't the only driving force behind that album, and it certainly seems like it is in this movie, which is not the case. Like there's a lot of, in Atlantic City wasn't just about him walking around with a kid and this girl he was dating. There were so many other things involved with Atlantic City and other stuff too. They didn't dive deep enough into how deep of an album this was for him. In theory, they showed you the impact and how much it meant to him, but all of the driving forces behind us, like it seemed like he just got things from movies and other things too, and there was more to it. But anyway, that's being nitpicky.
No, I hear you on that. While you feel like we should have focused more on that, and I think that's valid, for the first time in my life, I think we could have spent less time on our love life.
Yeah, right. They repeated a lot of those beats. I agree with you.
Yeah, they were repeated, and also there is a child character that ends up not being like super relevant
at all,
and so we spent a lot of time there. But so it's weird to have loved a movie so much. This is on my top 10 of the year list.
Yeah,
and to think that there's a lot of choices I wouldn't have made, but just while I was watching it, that feeling I felt inside as a Bruce fan was just so exciting. But I took Ryan Nelson to this, who friend of this show, because he's as diehard of a Bruce Springsteen fan as I am, and we've talked about it a million times. Like, we know every song on every album. I've read all, like, just are truly, truly obsessed with him. And he said the exact same thing that you did when we walked out, Kristian, where he was almost like, I kind of wish there was like more of these movies that it was announced that there was going to be more chapters.
Right. Like 3 movies.
Yeah. Because I don't actually think that while this was 2 hours, I don't really think it could have been much shorter. But we also couldn't have covered much more.
No, it covered it did the right time. But what I will say is this: is Paul Walter Hauser in everything?
Yeah, he is.
He's in everything. Anyway, we spent a lot of time on Bruce, and I know. Do you guys want to see Bruce Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere? Do you want to check it out? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. I will say this. I will say that my prediction, I haven't even seen the movie yet. I already know who's going to win Best Actor. It ain't going to be Jeremy Allen White. I hope he gets nominated, but there's no world he wins. That's going to go to talking about biopics. That's going to go to Timothy Chalamet. Everyone's talking about this Marty Supreme thing. He's winning this year. If not him, then Leo. I just don't think Jeremy Allen White has a shot, but we'll see. Maybe Roxy's right. We'll check it out.